Coach Steve Goranson here, and I'd like to welcome you to the Jacksonville Business Spotlight. And today my guest is Nakia Fleming, and Nakia is the owner of Nakia Fleming Handyman Service. And I would like to welcome you, Nakia. And how are you doing today?
I'm awesome. How about yourself?
Hey, doing very good, doing very good. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell them about yourself, your company, and what you guys do.
Okay, awesome. My name is Nakia Fleming. I'm the owner of Fleming Associates Handyman Services Inc. Been in the construction trades for nearly 3 decades. And back in 2015 to 17, I was in the recruiting industry.
Huh.
Had a difference of opinions with the owners. And at that time, that's when I pursued my passion, which is I love people. And I was like, I've always had a business mind. And it was just a natural progression for me. Sometimes opportunity disguises itself from misfortune.
Right.
Find our true selves, and we go through some tough times in our life, and it makes us take a different lens.
Right.
Sometimes shift a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes it takes the pressure to squeeze the best out of us. It was an analogy that somebody once told me is, what's more valuable, an olive or the olive oil? But it takes that pressure to really turn that bitter olive into olive oil that could really light up a flame, if you will, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit on your business. What do you specialize? What do you tend to specialize in? What type of handyman work?
I would say the home improvement genre. There's a lot of things that we're good at. We do plumbing, we do drywall, we do painting, we do fences, all types of fences, vinyl, wood fences, picket fences, hard wire fences. We do tile, we do flooring, pretty much any and everything in the house.
Anything that a homeowner needs.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, you're the one I could hand off my honey-do list to, right?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of my constituents wind up doing that. They wind up doing one thing, and then they start making a budget, and then we start doing everything in their house, from installing ceiling fans to installing TVs, fixing
awesome.
washers, fixing dryers, all of that.
So share with us who are your best customers, and then why do they choose you?
Well, I'm a people person, and I live by this motto: people don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. It's sort of like LinkedIn. It's like the LinkedIn connection that I'm trying to sell you something, don't even get to know you. I'm like, look, that's a turnoff to me. I want to know my people. You know what I mean? What makes them tick? I ask questions. I remember their birthdays. I remember their anniversaries. I remember their husbands or their wives. And I make it a point, even if they ain't doing no business for me at the time, sending them e-cards or sending them birthday cards or sending them text messages. Just from time to time, just out of nowhere, I just hit them with something. You know what I mean?
When it really comes down to that, business is all about people and relationships.
Relationships, yes.
And and I think that and people really appreciate that. And I think
yes.
that's a pretty neat way of really standing out from your competition. It's almost like why is he so good? Well, he's nice. Sometimes in this world that's a big thing, that to see somebody that really truly cares about who their customer is and what they can do for them.
Absolutely.
So what would you say? This has been a crazy year for everybody, starting with last year with COVID and everything. What's been the biggest impact of your business through this whole pandemic?
Well, for everybody, it's been a shift, a pivot from like face to face to everything being virtual. Basically for a year, everything was shut down. You can't go into restaurants. You can't go in the bars. You can't do this. You can't do that. Everything is now just you have to adapt. It's about adaptability. So I had to adapt to virtual calls. I had to adapt to Zoom calls, meeting network groups and meeting groups that I used to do face to face. I had to do it virtually. Even some customers I had to deal with them virtually. So it's been able to adapt to things. I was fortunate in the fact that my business is considered essential. So a lot of businesses have been shut down. I have not been shut down because people always got to get their bathrooms fixed. People always got to get their kitchen fixed. People always got emergencies in their house. They got to get fixed. So, I've been blessed that being in a business that is considered essential even during pandemic times.
All right. Well, especially it didn't hurt that during the pandemic, people were stuck in their house and saw all the things that
Yes.
they wanted
So they
to,
see
right?
everything that they want to do. Yes.
So, they says that, a wise man learns from from their mistakes. So, we all make mistakes. What are some of the mistakes that you made that maybe that others can learn from as you've tried to grow your business?
One of the biggest things is follow up. Like I can't stress in business how much it's a numbers game.
Mhm.
Like I give you an illustration. Like in Facebook, I do ads on Facebook, and I spend like $2 a day on advertisements per like post that I do.
Mhm.
Okay, this one post I have that has like my business flyer. I've gotten 1,500 hits in 3 weeks. You persist, and then they say, you know what? He's persistent, and that's when you get business. So if somebody was to tell me here's some things that I would do to help you along the way, is follow up. But they say the average customer takes like 6 or 7 times contacting them in some
Right.
form of capacity before they actually make a decision.
It's all about the number of touches that you can do, and it
Yes.
goes back to your central core. Is each touch is a building of the relationship. So, what is the thing that's inspiring you most today?
Well, I love what I do. The people I meet, a lot of them are just like family to me. They're like an extension to me. I build bonds with people. Some of my customers are closer to me than my own family members. You know what I mean? So I love what I do, and then I'm able to help people. And a lot of my customers are elderly. Some of them are in their 60s or 70s. They treat me like a son. They treat me no different than they would treat their own family members. And it's incredible. You know what I mean? People person. I'm a Pentecostal preacher, so like people is my thing anyway. So
I think that comes across because they treat you the way you treat them.
absolutely.
But so, just one final question. So, you've been very active in our Smarter Business Owners Facebook group, and love to maybe share with the people out there what are the things that you get of being able to participate in that group.
It's basically brainstorming, sharing of ideas. Like looking at things from more than one pair of eyes. Sometimes people think about things that you wouldn't think about. To say that in this group, they make you think about things that you wouldn't otherwise think about. It make you think outside the box. Sometimes you have to think outside the box. You have to pivot. You have to shift. You have to shift a little bit, and
Yep.
that's what I love about the group.
And that's why I like to say with my clients, it's not about the advice I give. It's more about the questions that I ask and getting you to think about your business in a different way.
Absolutely.
Well, Nakia, I really appreciate you joining us today. And is there a phone number that somebody could call and reach out if they need some handyman work?
Yes, they can reach me at 904-418-0232.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much, Nakia, and I hope you're having a great day.
Thank you, Steve. Have a blessed one.